Hello everyone, this is the Inquiring Humanist on May 15th, 2020, and I just wanted to talk about some reasons why Pakistan's economy will probably industrialize over the next few decades. And I had a couple of articles I was going to read from, and the first one is from the South China Morning Post, and it's titled 5 Biggest Chinese Investments in the Pakistan Arm of the Belt and Road Initiative. The $57 billion second phase of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, an ambitious plan to integrate sea and land routes across Eurasia under China's Belt and Road Initiative, is moving along guided by a joint cooperation panel's decisions at an Islamabad forum. The seventh meeting of the Joint Cooperation Committee for the CPEC began on Monday. Decisions reached at the parlay are expected to affect the corridor's ability, when completed, to link China's western provinces to Pakistan. The project, agreed to in 2013, is one of the most costly undertakings of the Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure plan which also includes motorways, railways, pipelines, and power lines. Here are the five of biggest Chinese investments in the Pakistan arm of the Belt and Road Initiative. Number 1, Wadar Port. Wadar Port is a main element of the CPEC because it could provide an alternative shipping route for transporting oil into China. Under the agreement, state-backed Chinese overseas ports will manage the free trade zone on a 43-year lease with control of all the port's business affairs. The port is expected to go into full operation in 3 to 4 years. The deep seaport that sits next to the Strait of Hormuz, the major oil route in and out of the Persian Gulf, could help China reduce its reliance on shipping oil through the Malacca Strait, a route frequently patrolled by the U.S. The port is located in southwest Pakistan's Balochistan province, an area that has seen calls for independence from Pakistan. Violence also has been an issue, with reports that local Al-Qaeda and Islamic State groups are active in the region. Number 2, the Karo Road Power Station. The 720 megawatt Karos hydro project is backed by the state-owned Chinese firm Three Gorges Square South Asia Investment Limited. The $1.42 billion project that began December 2016 could finish 9 months ahead of its December 2021 completion date, according to the company. The station is located in a part of Kashmir that is under Pakistan's administration and to which India and Pakistan both claim territorial rights. India's Foreign Ministry has called Pakistan's work in Kashmir illegal. Number 3, direct current transmission line from Lahore to Maturi. The 660 kilovolt high voltage direct current HVDC transmission line from Lahore to Maturi would help solve an energy shortage in Pakistan. Once completed, the line would be capable of sending about 4,000 megawatts of electricity from coal plants to northern Pakistan, helping Pakistan to satisfy an energy demand that is expected to grow by 6% to 35,000 megawatts by 2024. Local Pakistani media reported this month that the Chinese company involved in the project has put the $2 billion project on hold after 9 months owing to various problems, including the differences with the government over the size of a revolving fund. Number 4, the Karachi Circular Railway. The Karachi Circular Railway in Pakistan's coastal city of Karachi was expected to be revived and upgraded by the Chinese government to meet a completion date of September 2020. After the railway was discontinued in 1999, it was taken over by a Japanese company in 2005. China's government agreed to assume responsibility for the project with a budget of 2.07 billion US dollars this year. Although the project was started to begin early this year, its start was delayed to December. Local residents refused to leave shanty towns built near the railway track after police demolished their homes. Number 5, the Karakoram Highway. Beijing announced in 2015 that it would finance the 1,300-kilometer Karakoram Highway that is currently the only overland cross-border connection between China and Pakistan. Situated at the Karakoram mountain range at an elevation of 4,693 meters above the sea level, the highway was built in 1978, but has been in deep disrepair owing to a lack of maintenance and 2005 earthquake. The border crossing that runs through the disputed areas of Kashmir has raised disapproving looks in India. I think it's significant that China is investing in a high-speed railway through India, because that means that if there are high-speed railways going through Pakistan, then there could be a huge improvement in the economy in Pakistan, and that could lead to a lot more goods being imported and exported through Pakistan, and a lot of goods being shipped through Pakistan on the way to other regions such as Africa or Europe. And I also suspect that it's significant that the power lines are being built in Pakistan with Chinese investment, because that could also help facilitate the increase in use of electronics such as laptops, phones, computers throughout Pakistan. And so these 5 infrastructure projects funded by China could lead to a massive growth in the middle class and industry within Pakistan over the next few decades. And on this next article here, this was in RT, and the title of the article is Pakistan aims to create Singapore-style economic miracle with new seaport connecting to China's Belt and Road. Pakistan's strategic Gwadar port, part of the ambitious $61 billion China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project, has finally been given the green light for development. Under plans by the Gwadar Development Authority, the population of the city of Gwadar is expected to increase to 2 million people by 2050, up from the current 85,000. The Gwadar Smart Port City, which will cover approximately 1,200 square kilometers, will have 7 ecological corridors, 11 urban functional zones, and a special economic district to attract foreign capital. While meeting with a group of developers, the GDA's Director General Shahzad Khan Kakar said that Gwadar is the future Singapore of Pakistan. The per capita income of Gwadar residents is projected to reach $15,000, and that's in US dollars, an increase of nearly 10 times the current national average. And its economy is expected to surpass $30 billion. So again, that's US dollars by 2050. According to the newspaper, Qatar smart port city will become Pakistan's third largest city and create 1.2 million jobs. Currently, Qatar relies on supply of electricity from Iran, while a 300 megawatt coal-fired power plant is planned under this China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project is 2 years away from being functional. The ambitious project requires massive investment, needing more than 100 billion Pakistani rupees, that is around 650 million US dollars, for basic infrastructure alone. Quote, this investment will have to be spent before international companies will be persuaded to locate their business there, said Catherine Adani, a professor and director of the University of Nottingham Asia Research Institute. Quote, in the current economic climate, this may be controversial, she told the Nike Asian Review. The strategically important port of Badar is located on the shores of the Arabian Sea opposite Oman. On the other end of the Gulf is the Strait of Hormuz, the world's most important oil artillery. The recent stats around the Strait of Hormuz have further highlighted those ports' high importance. Now, it's interesting that they're saying that they want to build a Singapore-style port city in Pakistan, because for those who know a lot about Singapore, it's a very wealthy city-state. It has a lot of tourist attractions there, and it has a lot of high-tech firms located there too. And so if Pakistan is successful in developing this Singapore-like miracle ports city in Gwadar, that could mean that city would get a lot more tourism, a lot of companies would locate there, and the city would become increasingly wealthy over the next few decades, and that in turn could lead to the rest of the country becoming wealthy, and there could be more cities like that in the region, especially if countries develop high-speed rails and build up ports like Pakistan has been doing, and the other countries in Africa and Southeast Asia that have used money from the China Belt and Road Project to build infrastructure that will lead to a lot more goods being exported and imported throughout those regions, and thus that will make Southeast Asia and Africa much wealthier over the next couple of decades. And so time will tell if my speculation is correct. Okay. That's all for now. Have a good day and God bless.